Hey guys, Marc Lalonde from Ottawa, Canada, also known as The Wealthy Trainer. Now, if you've never heard of me or you don't know who I am, what? You've been living under a rock or what? Seriously, if you never heard of me, I'm a network marketer who generates leads online. Now, every weekday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Periscope, I host a little show called the Ask Show, where I address your questions in online marketing or network marketing. Or sometimes it's something that happens to me throughout the day that I learn from and I share with you. I always try to put value out there. Now, this is episode number 10 of the Ask Lalonde Show. And the topic is learn from your mistakes. Unless you've never made a mistake. I've made many. I've made many mistakes in my life. But just recently, I learned to learn from them. Or I haven't always learned from them. Now I do my best. I still make mistakes. And sometimes they can be avoided. Quite often they can be avoided. Embarrassing to say, I make sometimes a little too many mistakes, but at least now I try. I know I don't try. I definitely learn something from them. So I mean, I made a mistake and I want to fess up and I want to learn from it. So if you want to see a real life experience or hear about a real life experience and why it's important, super important to learn from your mistakes to make things better again. Stick around, and embarrassingly enough, I'll see you on the inside. Hello folks, hello folks, hello folks. We have so much to cover tonight, it's not even funny. I'm only doing 15 minutes, but it's important that I cover a lot of stuff. I even wrote down some notes tonight because it needs to be said. It needs to be said. You've seen my headline. Welcome everyone, by the way. If I'm not acknowledging you guys right away live, it's because I got to get this stuff out of the way. It's important. It's super important. I got very lucky, but we'll get to that in a second here. You saw the heading, guys. Hi, Andrea. Again, I won't do shout-outs during this part of my presentation because it's important that I focus on what I'm telling you. Then once we're done, then I could get into some shout-outs or some open discussions. Okay, number one. You guys saw my heading, learn from your mistakes. First of all, can you hear me? I'm using this new mic thing. If you can hear me, let me know, please. Learn from your mistakes. Okay, I've learned a lot in my career from my mistakes. And fortunately for me, thanks guys, fortunately for me, the mistakes were never that bad. I got lucky. A lot of people learn, a lot of people make bigger mistakes in their lives and they learn a lot of harder lessons. But of course, I know that only a very small percentage of my fans and followers saw my broadcast yesterday, and that's because I got very lucky because where I was, the internet sucked. So people were getting kicked off, people were not accessing the Periscope. Thank God. There was no one on it. First of all, there was about 26 people, 18 to 26 people, which was nothing, with a 20% retention. So that's about half a dozen people who saw it, which is not much. 6 to 12, maybe a dozen people saw bits and pieces of it. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'd like to make a formal apology to the people who did see it. This is my formal public apology. Now the situation's pretty simple. It's I hit a couple of crazy income ranks and I just got super excited because if I couldn't have dreamed of making this kind of residual income, and I have multiple income streams, but it's the residual aspect that freaked me out. And I'll be honest with you, it freaked me out because I was at a point where
I was looking at the numbers and I was thinking, where's this money coming from? So I just basically broke everything down and I'm like, this is it. Like, I'm actually never going to have to worry about the money thing again. And it hit me hard. I'm like, one less thing to worry about, and it's probably the most important thing. So what did I do? I don't know if I'd call it a celebration. I couldn't even watch my scope. I couldn't sit through it. I started watching it and I'm like, I can't watch this. I just can't go through. I can't put myself through this torture. So I saw enough to know that I did some income claims. Well, they're not claims, they're true, but I started bragging, okay? Now, here's the thing. First of all, there's three things that I want to that I feel really really guilty about, and I don't often apologize for much because I have my own way, and I believe in what I do. But that was, first of all, that's not me. It's not me. I work 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. Those are my work hours to provide you guys with value, to help you guys succeed. That's not regular me. That's number one. Number two is, you know how they say don't drink and drive? Well, don't drink and scope ever, ever. Lesson learned. Um, Something about those income claims. I want to say something about that because a network marketing company, see, I almost slipped. I don't want to say the name of the company, but there's a network marketing company recently that got in trouble because distributors were bragging about the money they were making. It's a big no-no. You just can't do that. As a matter of fact, I believe it's illegal. Like FTC? Is it the FTC? Or there's an organization that cracks down on that when people brag about income. So that was a big no-no. You won't find that scope, by the way, yesterday. If you didn't see it, it's been deleted. And luckily for me, only about a dozen people caught bits and pieces of it. I was just partying. And I just... a little too much, if you know what I mean. And then what happened was there was no downloads, so and it's not going to be out there. It's gone. So for those of you who didn't see it, ignore this portion of my scope. It's not important. You won't see it again. You won't see that kind of celebration again on a scope. What was I thinking? Again, I got overly excited. So mostly those are the lessons that are coming out of it. And income claims, just don't do it. If you want to ask me about how much money I make, call me. My phone number is toll-free 1-844-426-8474, and we could talk about how much money I make, but that'll be a one-on-one conversation. I'm a network marketer. I just missed your name. Someone said, what do I do? Thanks for the hearts, guys. I just got to be real clear with that past scope. It's important that I don't ignore what happened. Yeah, so basically what I do is I provide a lot of free value, free training. You guys are never going to see, well, you guys haven't seen me charge for coaching. You guys haven't seen me charge for any of my training. I never sold anything. How many years have you done network marketing? 3 years. And I just reached some pretty crazy levels. Thank you, Don. I appreciate that. And I have 7 income streams, though. That's something that my Lead System Pro teaches us. Have multiple income streams. And if you're making thanks, Don. Appreciate you, buddy. Take care. Have fun at Toastmasters. Go crush it like you always do. And we'll talk soon. So, you know, that's going to be kind of the last. You laughed. Oh, thank you, Kelly. All right, buddy. No, so. I want to tell you guys just a quick story because this completely, it's very similar to the situation of yesterday. Thanks, Evelyn. When I was in computer consulting, which I did for 18 years, those of you who don't know, I worked with a lot of professional people. We wore suits. We did the whole corporate thing. And there was a coworker who got arrested. Well, arrested. No, he just lost his license because he had a DUI charge. He got pulled over by the cops because he was drinking too much. So he lost his license for a year. And I remember going, see, I did it again. I almost said his name. There's things, this is why I can't have a glass of wine even when I do scopes, because a lot of stuff slips. Anyways, this unnamed coworker lost his license for a year. And he said that I said, how horrible. It's, oh, poor you. That's devastating. And he said to me something I'll never forget, actually. He said, it's actually a blessing in disguise. He goes, because I didn't hit anyone. It could have been a lot worse. And if they didn't pull me over, I would have probably just kept doing it until something bad would have happened. So he said, I'm happy that it happened this way, because this is a great way to learn the lesson. Because I had to learn it, obviously. He would have kept doing it. So then when I was thinking of last night, I'm like, because I have a lot of scopers. I have quite a following. Hi, Debbie. And when I thought, my God, how lucky am I that place did not have a good internet connection, that only about a dozen people saw parts of it. I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitter. It never got out there because of the connection. Whatever it did, I was able to delete instantly. All I'm saying is there wasn't many views. So if that would have happened when I was like 1 million a month or whatever my next milestone happens, whatever that will be, because it's just going to keep growing, and I got excited, at least now I can say, no, don't start celebrating and scoping. I learned, and I got lucky because there wasn't much people there. So what I'm saying is, those of you who were there, this is the last I'm going to say about this, because I like to move forward. I don't like to dwell on the past. So I sincerely apologize. This is my public apology. I'm sorry. That's not the type of guy I am. Well, and that wasn't, I had too many beverages and just started bragging about money as far as I remember. So don't want to do that. Hopefully that covers the topic, learn from your mistakes. Now, I'm happy I was able to cover that. Thank you very much, Debbie. I'm happy I was able to cover that in 8 minutes, because I got a real treat for you guys. I did something, something hit me the other day. By the way, when it rains, it pours. I want you guys to know something. If you're banging your head against the wall in your network marketing, and I banged my head even when I started online marketing. If you're banging your head against the wall, once you start getting little successes, it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. Like, I got so much good news today after such a devastating scope last night. It was unbelievable. It's like I've got new fans. I don't know. Well, that just happens. Once the snowball starts rolling, it just gets bigger and bigger. And I got a call from someone, pretty important. And I don't know if I should be saying this. I don't know if it's news yet, but if for those of you inside of My Lead System Pro, MLSP, if you don't know what My Lead System Pro is, just stick around. I'll tell you in 2 seconds here. Or maybe I should tell you right now. Go to this private group and ask to join. And I'm going to talk more about that private group. The groundwork has already been done. So, yeah, absolutely. So I'm about to be part of something big within that system. I just got the news today. So, see, these are other reasons I don't want to mix pleasure with business, generally speaking. Awesome, George. You want to join tonight? Give me a call, brother. 844-426-8474. Or Facebook me. Facebook me is better. Yeah, Debbie, my gorgeous hairdo, which I definitely need a haircut, but this face is going to be even more on the internet. I'm going to be kind of everywhere. Please do, George. So, here's the deal. I love to give value away. I love to teach you guys what it is I've done in a short period of time, in 10 months. Like, I still don't believe how far I've gone in 10 months. I really don't, using My Lead System Pro. I still don't believe it. So I want to teach you guys over a course of time, because I've learned a lot. I told you I work 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. That's because I want to get her. I want to get it. I got goals, and they ain't small. They're big. So I gotta go. I gotta run. So what I'm saying is, For my mastery members, those of you who don't know what that means, don't worry about it right now. My Lead System Pro is an attraction marketing platform. For my personal mastery members, I've created an area originally where I give people, it's my own training because it's what I've learned and how I've used it. Because you can have all the great training in the world, but if you're not using it in a very efficient way, it's more difficult, I find. Well, I've done it, so I'm going to tell you what I've done. If you want to choose another path, fine. But I'll tell you how I jumped to those levels quick and how quite frankly, I'm crushing this industry. I couldn't imagine. It's crazy. And I'm talking, I don't want to spit numbers out there because I don't want to get in trouble, but here's my point. This used to be a team life change area. So when I say area, I mean private Facebook group. I mean a private webinar invitation every Sunday at 2 p.m. I mean a place where you can get all the replays from our webinars. I mean a secure password protected area where you can get all of my training, the stuff that I personally do on a day-to-day basis. My DMO, my daily method of operation. I want to show you what I do. When I wake up in the morning, this is what I do. When it's 10 a.m., this is what I do. When I have password protected areas for this that I was only going to make available to my team. But guess what? I changed my mind. I got this successful not by selling stuff. I got this successful by giving stuff. I know it sounds like it's not possible, and that's what I thought. I'm like, why would I give this training away? It's worth money, like a lot of money. And when I started giving it away, trust me, something weird happens. You get famous and people just, I don't know, it just happens. Trust me, you want to give value away. So what I've decided to do is I've decided to open up that group to any MLSP Mastery member. I don't care if you're mine or not. I don't care if I'm making a red cent off of you. If you're an MLSP member, and that's just because a lot of the stuff I'll be training on, you'll need the MLSP tools. So if I'm talking about how to do a killer capture page and funnel, close 80% of your people, I'll be training on the tools. So it's not to sell you on it, because if you're someone else's, yeah, absolutely, Andrea. If you're someone else's member and I'm not making a dime off you, that's not important to me. What's important to me is that I teach you what I know. And check this out. Here's what you can expect. I'm going to give you the private Facebook group URL again, because this is where it all starts. Come in here. Even if you're not an MLSP member, come on in. Check it out. Watch what we do. Watch how we crush this thing. I don't ever have to go and recruit people anymore. They come to me, hundreds per day. So here's the URL. It's asklalonde, Asklalonde.com/MLSP group. That's going to redirect you to the Facebook group. I'll keep it up there for a few seconds. Write that down if you're not already a part of it. And then the special site is pretty simple. You see how it says asklalonde.com MLSP group? Well, here's that special area I was talking about. asklalonde.com MLSP training. Easy to remember, right? Well, I'm going to walk you through it, guys, real quick. I know it's almost 7:15. I like to keep these short, so I'm just going to walk you through it quick. Let me see if I kind of winged it, didn't I? Did I cover everything? Let me see. Yeah, it's open to all. The Sunday webinars. Oh, yeah. Number one, why would you want to join this when you have MLSP anyways? Why is this different from the MLSP training? Well, I just said one of the reasons is because this is what I've used to be successful, number one. Number two, it's completely free. It's free. Even if you're not a member, you're not going to find this kind of training for free. Well, I'm just saying it's my training and it works. I'm giving it away, so it's free. Another reason is those weekend webinars. The reason I started doing live Sunday marketing webinars is because when I used to have a job, a full-time job, and I wanted to escape that job, that was the time when I used to work, was on the weekend. I'm like, I need some webinars on the weekend because I was too tired at night. My job made me work overtime, and the weekends was my time to work. So this is why we have a Sunday 2 p.m. webinar. Now, here's another cool thing. A lot of superstars are joining the group. And when I say superstars, for those of you who know the levels within MLSP, I'm talking some L3s, L4s, L5s, possible L6s. I'm telling you, there's going to be some heavy hitters that are going to be coming in on Sundays. I'm super pumped up about it. What's up, my friend? So, Mr. Relentless, huh? So, those are good reasons to join. And here's probably the most important reason to join this group is because exposure is everything in this business. Exposure is what makes you, gets your face out there. Exposure is how people get to know you. And to have exposure, you need an audience. Now, to be able to go on an MLSP, My Lead System Pro webinar, you need to be L3 or above, generally L4, before you can start going on them and being invited to show your face and do your own training. I'm very grateful because I can do that. I put out a good training on that platform. Thousands and thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of people see me because you're indexed in the library. I get people that call me all the time. I saw your training that you did 3 months ago, so you want that. Now, if you're just starting out and you're at L1, L2 levels, it's kind of hard to break through that. I'll be honest with you. It's not easy in the beginning. It's not. It gets easier. It really does. So, like for me, I'm about to hit L5, and it's a lot easier to go from L4 to L5, even though it requires more, than it was to get from L0 to L1. That was hard. And L1 to L2 is probably the hardest step because you're not known and no one knows you yet. So here's what I want to do with this group. I want to bring people in as guests, such as yourselves, that are just starting out. And I want to give you that spotlight. We're probably going to hit 400 members by this week. And these are go-getters. They're entrepreneurs that are in this group. They're MLSP people. They're the best people. They're trying to change their lives. They're entrepreneurs. So what I'm saying is, if I pass you the reins for a weekend and I say, okay, you got 15 minutes to train on this. What do you want to train on? Then I give you those 15 minutes. I go like, okay, next weekend, Evelyn's going to train on, I don't know, Twitter or whatever she wants to train on, prospecting. And then you'll be featured. And then I'll feature a couple of people every week and you'll get the floor. So it's kind of like a spot to practice because you'll be getting watched and it'll help you get through those beginning levels, L2. Once you get L3, then you could spread your wings a little bit. So it's kind of like an incubator to the incubator, if that makes any sense. I hope it makes sense because it's going to work and it's fantastic. It's a great place to get together. So that's how I'm pumping up my value. That's how I'm going to give more out there. So I'm going to show you the flashcards again. And I think I covered everything, to be honest with you guys. Yeah, mainly the apology was the big thing, but this was important because this is just on to the next chapter, right? We're not going to dwell on that. And I'm just going to, this is funny because just today, isn't it funny how the universe works? It's so funny how the universe works. Just today, I was flicking around doing what I do on Facebook and I just saw something. And it was Tony Robbins interviewing Mark Cuban. I don't know if you know these people. Well, you should if you're an entrepreneur. Tony Robbins was taking Piers Morgan's place on the Piers Morgan show, and he was interviewing Mark Cuban. And when Mark Cuban, I think, made his first couple of million, 6 million or something, he said he partied. He partied hard, very hard, like passed out in the street, partied hard for many years. Then when he woke up out of his party phase, and he hit the bricks again, he went at it again. That's when he got into the $1 billion club. That's when he made the big things happen. So I just want you guys to know, I just had my little moment of celebration because I've never made this kind of money residual, guys, residual. I don't have to wake up in the morning. That's crazy. It feels illegal. It's too weird. So, like I said, and all I do is I hang out with you guys. Now that my little party's over, I'm ready to do some really, really big things. If you guys want to come for the ride, I'm telling you, check it out. Remember, just come in here. Come in here. That's the main hub you want to go to. You want to just join that private group, because once you join that group, I'll put all the other links in there. All right, guys, awesome. Let me just let me go. And for those of you who are not in My Lead System Pro, I got to tell you, it's $10. It's $10 to get to do a trial. It's $10. I will. I don't want to speak too soon, but yeah, I'm on my way to doing some pretty big things. I'm pretty pumped up about it. Going to change a lot of lives, my friends. Oh yes. Oh God, people are. It's fun, eh? It's fun when you start building teams because you can. The training is everything. Don't recruit people and leave them alone. 10 days, $10. You got it. It's fantastic. You guys just contact me on Facebook, eh? If you're not part of it. M-A-R-C-M Lalonde. Marc M. Lalonde, and I'll hook you up. We'll get you started here. So let me see here. Let me go. Let me actually go to. Yeah, why not do this? Okay, I hope you guys can hear me still. Can you hear me, guys, still? I just got the microphone hanging now. Let me know if you can still hear me. Okay, so here is, well, this works pretty good. This works pretty darn good. There is my Facebook. I don't know if you guys can actually see that, but like juggling with knives. What the heck is that about? I don't juggle knives. Let me just see what the heck that is. Oh, some training. Kate McShay, awesome trainer. Okay, so shut that. Oh yeah, I'll show you the spot. First of all, first things first. That is my Facebook right up there. MarcMLalonde. Send me a private message, friend me. But look, I can only accept 4 more friends. Then I got to boot some people out. So here we go. That's my Facebook number 1. That's me and the man. I love that picture. Eric Worry, you got to know him. So here's the thing. This is the MLSP training site. So if you go asklalonde.com, like I said, MLSP training. Okay, see you, Debbie. Just come in the group and we'll get some links out there for this training here. So once you click that, you end up right here. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Let's try and get a good view on this. Okay, so you come here. This is our special private area site. Now, just to give you a little glimpse, you can go there tonight if you want. These are going to be the categories. We got the home. The home is pretty interesting, guys. You want to come in here and you want to look at my video. You want to take a look at my first video because that's going to get you started. Hey guys, Joseph Marc Lalonde here from Ottawa, Canada. Now, you are listening to me right now. So, I don't know if you can hear that, but you'll hear it from home. There are all my scripts, by the way. Some secret scripts I might share with you guys someday. So here's the home. It gives you the basics of what's going on here. You want to read that first page. And then if we go here, the new member orientation. If you're, I don't care how long you've been in My Lead System Pro. A lot of people totally skip to this. You got to do that. My buddy Bert Bledsoe does it. It's awesome. It's on Monday nights. Anyways, I won't go through everything here. Plugging in is crucial. You got to plug into the system. That's going to be available. Right now, as you notice, it says it's not quite ready. Sunday webinars. In here, you're going to get all of the recordings from our Sunday webinars. My training modules. These are password protected, but do not fret, do not fret. I will put the passwords in the group shortly. This is under development. This is a brand new section here, guys. My periscopes. Bingo. Yeah, go through it. It's going to tell you about my periscopes and all the recorded periscopes, not including the one last night. And don't ask me for it. It no longer exists. Actually, I kept a copy for myself to remind myself what not to do. My interviews, I've done some pretty slick interviews over the past 10 months where I share a lot of nuggets. Again, they're not open yet. Connie, I saw you came in. I don't know if you were on yesterday, but I gave a formal public apology at the beginning of this scope. You may want to check out the replay, okay? Anyone who's just tuning in now, check out this replay. It's on catch.me, rich and fit. But again, once you come to this training site, you're going to get all that. So again, we got the my wake up calls, the Facebook group requests, website registration. That's an important one. That's where you're going to register for Sunday's webinar. And you know, just go to it, and you're going to see that these sections are. Let me come back to you. You're going to see that these sections actually will get more and more populated with time. Just right now, like I said, I just set it up because, you know, I want you guys to. I don't want you to follow my footsteps because I have an ego or anything like that. I want you to follow my footsteps because they worked for me, and they worked fast for me. So once again, instead of sharing with you a million different links, this is the important one. asklalonde.com/MLSP group, and that's going to guide you to the group. You're going to put in a request. I'm going to approve you and welcome you into the group. Again, this is fine for people who are not my Mastery members. I just opened it up to all MLSP Mastery members, and it's also for people that are curious about what we're doing here at My Lead System Pro. I say it like I own the place. No, I'm just a member, just like you. I just excelled pretty fast for a guy who knew nothing about online marketing. So guys, I hope you appreciate my honesty, my transparency. I just had to be real at the beginning and say that I didn't want to ignore it and pretend it never happened. So there you go. I'm getting a lot of hearts. So I hope that you guys are, I think you guys are cool with me. And I will lose some fans, but not many. Thank God there was only about a dozen people who caught it. But, you know, could have been. Anyways, it's over. This topic won't even come up again. I just had to get it out there. People are going to catch the replay and wonder, what's he apologizing about? Don't worry about it. It never happened. So guys, listen. I'm happy I'm happy. Oh, I know you wish you saw it. A lot of people are going to wish they saw it. It's I think about it, I get shivers. Anyways, well, I'm glad you didn't, George. I'm glad you didn't. And I'll tell you what, let's crush it, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday.
Okay, guys, so if you want to catch me on Periscope from Monday to Friday at 7 p.m., it's the Ask Lalonde Show. @Rich and Fit is my handle. Now, guys, if you want to generate leads online for your network marketing business, I want to let you know that I generate over 100 leads per day for my network marketing business. Doesn't matter what your business is, travel, coffee, skincare, wellness, it doesn't matter. It all works the same way. You're generating leads online. If you want, first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to prove it to you. Then I'm going to show you exactly what it is I do to get those leads. So if you want to see what's up, go to thewealthytrainer.com/100 daily leads. And that's the number 100, 100, daily leads. No underscores, no dashes. So again, go there, check it out. You'll see a video where I prove to you I get over 100 leads per day. And that's not to mention my Facebook messages, over 100 of those per day, and my emails, over 100 of those per day. So in total, I have over 300 people contact me for something. And a good percentage of those are for an opportunity, whatever it is I have to offer. I think you get it, right? So go check it out, thewealthytrainer.com/100 daily leads. And I'll see you on the inside, guys. I'll see you tomorrow on Periscope too.